You're a huge grifter.
Massive.
Yeah.
I've actually,
so
I have it drawn out. I have basically a 2-year plan that started last year. I've already kind of started planning my exit plan. So I'm maximum grift.
This is the last time I'm going to grift it, okay? If you're in chat, this is my coffee company. This is not a white label, stick my sticker on, whatever, right? There's like this small group of people that think they know where, they've got it all figured out where I get my coffee from. And so they emailed them, even though like this woman knows me. Yeah, it's funny because the woman who runs the company is totally unaffected by it. She was laughing about it to me. It was actually insane. And like we were all laughing at them. If anyone understands anything about business, yeah, you have distributors. It's not like I went out and bought like $1 million in machinery to roast my own beans. That's not how any of this works. But like any idiot knows that. I do 7 videos a day on YouTube. Did they think that I was in my garage roasting and doing it all myself? Of course not. This is my coffee company. This is not a white label, stick my sticker on, whatever, right? And so I don't really address it. But I will say this. It would absolutely piss them off if you went over to coffeebrandcoffee.com and just shopped. Just see what we have. I'm going to sell 5,000 bags of coffee again this month. I'm going to sell 500 today because people are in chat are laughing right now. And they're going to go check out coffeebrandcoffee.com.
I've already kind of started planning my exit plan. So I'm maximum grift.
So there's a big subreddit or a thread who was like, we got it figured out. We know where he gets his coffee beans. They're wrong. We know where his business is located. They're wrong. Even though like this woman knows me, and every time they get laughed at. But then, they go back and read and they're like, yeah, we got him, guys. We got him. And when the DEA calls me and I say, no, actually, one particular agent I had to explain, both agents I had to explain exactly what loser haters are. Of course, both conversations were filled with laughs. These people are so stupid. They're pathetic attempts. These people are so dumb that it's like impossible for me to even comprehend. And I tried to explain that to these cops too, or these agents, technically. Special agents. I'm explaining it to special agents, and they're like, wait, what? They were really interested in links to this particular subreddit and the individuals. Of course, I have several of their their real identities. Of course, I do. If you go to Coffee Brand Coffee, right-click, open a new window. I noticed that YouTube will suppress videos if people just leave it. Open a new window. Check out Coffee Brand Coffee. Promo code haters. Every purchase from Coffee Brand Coffee today will produce one hater tier. I would love if you pre-ordered some K-Cups.
I'm maximum grift.
And of course, we did nothing wrong. So what's the best thing I thought I could do? What is the number one thing I thought? How could do I highlight these hilarious losers? No. Do I shine a light on these losers? I don't think so. I think actually we should probably take it over. I mean, I don't mind subs or people making fun of me or even pointing out times when I screwed up. But I think that this sub is just so concerned with, just flat out lies. I think we're probably just gonna have to take over the subreddit. I like to watch them squirm. They're absolutely losing their minds now after getting dunked on yesterday. I can handle it. But these people harassed somebody they thought was one of my suppliers for my coffee company. And it would be acceptable if half of what they said was anywhere near true. They thought they were a supplier of mine, even though this woman knows me, and they were just so sure they had figured out everything. As a business, you have many suppliers. In fact, of our 7 or 8 coffee blends, we have probably a half dozen different suppliers. I have different suppliers for my cocoa. These morons don't have any idea what state my business is actually formed in. Their sub has gone into complete meltdown. This is like the level of brainlet that we're dealing with. And I absolutely love posting my sales numbers in this subreddit. And hopefully after today, I think not only will you be owning the haters, which is great, but you'll be enjoying a product. Promo code haters, and then stop by the sub maybe and let them know thanks. I just put a thank you in here. Obviously they're trying to downvote me to oblivion, but I put a huge thank you. So I really want to thank the sub for the biggest day in sales history for Coffee Brand Coffee. With your help, we'll easily crack 1 million sales this year alone. I sure hope that we hit that.
I've already kind of started planning my exit plan, so I'm maximum grift.
Hello, chat. Thank you all who are joining us, going to be joining us, or are going to be watching the VOD for this special impromptu live stream talking about everyone's favorite coffee roaster, me. Actually, we won't talk as much about me. I should be talking about Mr. Jeremy the Cold Ring. Before I do that, real quick, I need to give credit where credit is due. I hate your name. Elfpire Eva. Thank you for becoming a member here at Dragon's Treasure. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for everybody else who is showing up. So for this looking like a pretty decently sized stream, we're going to talk a little bit about Mr. Jeremy and the Cold Ring and a video he released over the weekend that I was full of emotion, let's say. I was happy and ecstatic, but also shocked at some of the stuff he said. It was... Oh, I forgot my background music. It was just one of those things that just blew my mind. I tried clicking on this stream and was sent to a video of Jackie Chan fighting wooden men. The movie is Shaolin Wooden Men. I don't know what to tell you. I did not do that. I end up blocking some creators because every video they do is the exact same. Yes, we won't just talk about Jeremy. We'll probably talk about a few other people and why Jeremy is the tippy top of these groups of people that I wish to talk about. But first of all, I need to do a thing. Let's go ahead and share a screen. The Brave tab, this is the one, right? Yes, share. Let me make sure everything is looking good on your end. Good. So who is Mr. Jeremy from the Cold Ring? He is a man who has lived well beyond his times. Some of you may remember the early days of this quote-unquote culture war, when we had the group known as the Skeptics. Oh, that was a famous, lovely group. Mr. Jeremy here was one of those skeptics. And for those curious, the tea I'm drinking is a brand new beta version of the peach cobbler tea, which I think I got down, but I need everybody else's opinions on it. Yes, Gamergate. It always goes back to Gamergate. The patient zero of everything. His biggest crime using light mode. I think he's got a few other things to worry about. So what gave Mr. Jeremy his success initially? Well, it's the same thing that got many other people success within this sphere. The skeptic community and its consequences, yes. He got his big pushes by doing the meme, "Help, my channel is under attack." You may have heard some form of that phrase used as a meme on the internets, and it began thanks to Mr. Jeremy the Cold Ring. Because it was almost like a weekly thing with him, where what he would do is he would make some form of video or post, or usually both, saying, "Help! My channel is under attack! The liberals are coming after me!" Or MTG, because he used to play Magic the Gathering, but he kind of dropped that. And so that was his big thing. If you want to fight back in the culture war, if you want to fight back against the bad guys, You have to support me. Sign up, subscribe, give me money. That's the way you fight back. And that was who Jeremy was in a nutshell. And he did it so often, he grew tremendously. Now, does Jeremy really believe the stuff he says? Debatable. Highly debatable. He is what people would call a classical grifter. His opinion gets shaped basically by what's going on around him, counterbalanced by his laziness. Oh, let me do this real quick actually. First we'll go here. Share this tab instead. Let me make sure everything is going good. I'm gonna pause the music real quick. So this video, 9 years ago, from this wonderful channel called Clawstruck. Oh, what is this? Who is this man that we see? What's going on, chat? What is this?
Hey.
Let's find out together, shall we?
Hey there, I'm Jeremy, and you've come to that part of YouTube where you might be wondering how the heck you got here. Together, with my beautiful wife and our best friend Brandon, we're about as obsessed with the arcade as anyone, specifically claw machines. So obsessed, in fact, that we've already bought 4 different machines and have them in our houses. When we're not playing at home, we record our journeys as we travel across the country trying to win as many prizes as humanly possible. We'll also show you how these machines work, what to look for, and how to win. And when we're not clawing, we're going to show you how to win massive tickets at a ton of different arcade games so you can get that super sweet loot that you want. Need another reason to subscribe? We also do giveaways. We'll ship the prizes anywhere in the world. If you see us winning on this channel, we're probably going to give it away. Go ahead, become part of the Clawstruck crew, and get notified each and every time we upload a new super fun video by crushing that subscribe button today.
Oh my god. So, chat. What that was one of the many grifts that Mr. Jeremy tried to do in his career. Claw machines. Talking about traveling the country playing claw machines, and he wanted to make a living off of that. This channel, which is obviously dead. Now let's take a little bit of a closer look at this channel. It says he's got 108,000 subscribers to this channel. A Patreon that's dead, I checked. Same with the Twitter. There's nothing there. I didn't check the Facebook, but I don't think I really need to. Videos. Giving away a ton of cash. Okay, so last video was 5 years ago after a 3-year gap of doing nothing. I'm actually, I didn't look at this beforehand. 5 years ago, 8 years ago. Giving away a ton of cash and support to you after 3 years of doing nothing. What is his most popular videos? Of course! Of course! Kicked out of Walmart for winning too much at the claw machine. That, of course, that is his most popular video. Because that is essentially what Mr. Jeremy likes to do. Here's my question, chat. You see all of these views on these videos. How legit do you think they are? Versus paid, let's say. Let's go click on a few of these. Pause that. Share this tab instead. Come on, you. Load faster. Refresh. Pause. I want to see something real quick. 6.2 million views. 5,539 comments. Now, for my video with 2 million, it's got almost 20,000 comments. But still, 5,000, I don't think he bought all of these. So I will give him that. Let's check on the other one. Share this tab instead. 2.4 million views. 777 comments. That is a very low number for 2.4 million views. I'm watching a 10-minute video. When you were stoned as fuck and finally realized that you've been watching a 10-minute video of adults playing on a claw machine. Laugh my ass off. Kid in the background doesn't want to leave. Super awesome. 325. I guess what keys are found. Okay, so at least these do seem like actual people. We're not seeing any of the usual signs of bots. So in the comments, I don't think there's going to be too many bots. Well, I didn't check the lower ranking ones, but still. 2.4 million views, 777 comments. It's not a good number, chat. Not a good number. But with that being said, share this tab instead. Before we go into the video that I want us to watch and comment on, I want to show this from 11 days ago right here. 11 days ago. An apology. Jeremy is apologizing to us. What is he apologizing about? I have been focusing too much on hard news lately and have let you all down on the video game and movie coverage. While hard news will always be part of this channel, I lost sight of how we got here and promised to be better. He's gonna be better, chat. In fact, I've got 2 video game related videos for you today. I will be better, Jeremy. 11 days ago. I wonder what those 2 video game videos were, and if there's going to be any more. So let's go ahead and scroll down until we get to 11 days. We'll even go 12 days. We'll go 12 days. Alright. YouTube gets way worse. Trump has had enough, so politics. Carmelo, current events politics. Walmart panics. It's not video games, and now it's movies. Now we're on 11 days. Donald Trump, Boeing jets, man jumps from jet as it crashes and survives, blue sky collapses. Did I go too far? Nope. MAGA is not happy, Kanye. These two don't. There's no real thumbnail. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Leftist assassinates, Bill Maher destroys woke Democrats. Please do not. Donald Trump. More about the assassin. She-Ho too close to the sun about the OnlyFans woman. Trump. Democrat assassin. YouTube damaging computers by spiking CPU usage. Mass panic. God, these so many videos. Iran fixes missiles. Donald Trump savages reporter over Iran. Carmelo Anthony. Trump. James Bond. Oh, wait. Okay, 1. We are up to now 1 video related to something to do with video games or movies. Carmelo Anthony may walk. Ethan Klein tricked. Entitled Brat's Meltdown. On flight. And the video we're going to watch, I'm destroying my channel. And something about Walmart, Iran, Carmelo Anthony, McDonald's. So chat, tell me, did you see any video game videos? Like the 2 he mentioned? I saw 1 video game, not video game, 1 movie related video. Did anybody else see that? Nope. So far we got 1 person saying no. Uh-oh, that's not good. He promised us though. He promised us 2 videos on video games. Got another note right here. Immorta, Silver Spark. No, my cat's sleeping. So, what is going on? He promised us 2 videos. He had 2 videos lined up. It was been 11 days. Nothing. Really makes you think. Really makes you wonder. Why? I just got here. What was the question? How many videos since the Quoting issued his apology 11 days ago were based on video games and or movies like he said he was going to do? The thumbnails are too similar. You can't tell them apart. That's probably why I missed it the first go around. So with all that being said, share this tab instead. We're going to watch and comment on this video. And if you want to interrupt, feel free to throw some shekels my way. I'm going to save the grifting stuff for a little bit later in the stream because I don't want to pull Jeremy. Instead, we're going to watch this video, and I'm going to give various comments as we go through this.
I've noticed, but I've been a lot more shifty and weird breathy lately, and it's because I'm having near daily anxiety. There's been something going on with my YouTube channel over the past couple of weeks that I have been spending almost every single night trying to figure out. I talked to my YouTube rep, I talked to other people in the space. I just can't figure it out. And right now, I don't even really have a great answer. But what I do have is an action plan.
Before he goes into the action plan, let me give you guys real quick my take on what's been going on. So, winding it all the way back to 2015, the golden era of these people. What was the general video that every single person made? Somebody on the left did something dumb. We're going to take an article about that or a video on that, watch it, and then comment they did something dumb. Rinse and repeat for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of hours of videos, not just from the Cold Ring, from many other people. In the beginning, it was not so bad. Because in the beginning, a lot of people didn't know about this stuff. A lot of people have not been shown how bad things were in the cultural zeitgeist. Me, I was plenty aware well before the culture war even existed, but that's a topic for another time. I was happy to see people finally seeing these things and talk about them. But the next step after identifying a problem, trying to find a way to deal with the problem, tackle the problem, solve the problem. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I did not even notice that. Text. Turn you off. That's not it. Off. There we go. That was supposed to be playing when the video was playing, but it never did. Okay, get out of here, Pippi. So yes, after a certain point, people don't want to hear the same old stuff. They know the game plan. Feminist says something stupid. You make a video. Feminist says something stupid. Whoa, clickbait. You click on it. Hey guys, today we're going to take a 30-second clip and stretch it out to 8 to 10 minutes so I can get that ad revenue. The feminist said something stupid. Let's repeat it ad nauseum. And after a certain point, people got sick of it. Because they weren't actually saying anything. They weren't giving anything new. They weren't telling us how to solve it. And so this era of, hey, look at stupid thing being stupid, is done. Problem those people. What problem though? These people have always weaponized meaningless culture war shit. In which direction? Because everybody's been weaponizing culture war shit. So, let's get back to the video real quick. I'm gonna back it up a few seconds.
I don't even really have a great answer. But what I do have is an action plan.
Let's hear it.
Over the past several weeks, I have noticed videos that used to get 50, 60, 70, 80,000 views were starting to get 10,000 views, 15,000 views. And it,
for the 1.86 million subscriber channel, assuming those are all legit, it's pretty bad. It's embarrassing, actually.
caused great panic because, as you know, I have a lot of staff. My YouTube channel actually pays for all of the staff on my live stream. I have,
Real quick. Chat, take a guess. Purely for this YouTube channel. Nothing to do with the coffee. Nothing to do with the coffee. Just the YouTube channel. I would like you to guess, how many staff does he have? How many people does he employ for this YouTube channel? Go ahead and take a guess. Because I'm going to put on some more background music as we all make our nice little guesses. The biggest we got so far is 18. We got 10. 3. I'll say 6. 2. He says it's like 5, I think. 3, 8, 5. No more than 2, 5. Too many if it's more than 1. Well, let's find out, shall we?
A thumbnail person, video editors, and much more that all rely on YouTube, which has been extremely consistent for me over the past 5 years.
He'll say it eventually.
For the first time in 3 or 4 years, I have started losing a lot of subscribers, hundreds, thousands a day. I couldn't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I think there are some reasons that are causing it, things that I'm doing, things that I'm going to address in this video, but there's also something going on with YouTube that I can't figure out.
Okay. On one hand, he's not wrong because there is things going on with YouTube. I made a post about it earlier today even. I shared a Chef CPK, I think his name was. He was noticing it. A lot of people have been noticing it. YouTube is just, it's doing some weird stuff and it's not been going well. On the other hand, I don't think any of those problems have anything to do with the Cold Rings issues.
First of all, I asked my viewers, hey, I've got 2 million subs. Why in the heck am I getting 8,000 views again? Or 8,000 views on a video? For the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, if a video did good, it got 100 to 200,000 views. If a video did bad, it would still get 70,000 views. It's not, and I would still have this sporadic good video. I had a video on Thursday that had 200,000 views, or on Wednesday. I had a video on Tuesday that got 100,000 views. But then every other video I upload that day would get 5,000, 7,000 views. These numbers are, if it continued like this past these 2 weeks, which it has been, I would have to fire everybody that works for me. Everybody. And, probably make some other pretty drastic changes.
Real quick, before we continue. So I did not fact check. I did not do my due diligence chat. Let's go back here to his channel. This one's only 40 minutes ago, so that's not going to count. 2 hours to go, 27K. Let's just go down the line. Got 63, 114, 170, 198, 52, 82, 68, 90, 81, 327, 39, 92, 84, 56, 46, 72, 159, 58. So far, 46 has been the lowest. 39K has been the lowest. 42, 90, 40, 70, 114, 40. I'm not seeing these 8 to 10,000 view videos. I'm not seeing them here at all. So what is he talking about? What is he talking about? He is lying. He's lying, and you can see that he's lying. None of the videos, the closest is 39,000. That's the closest. None of them have gone down that low. What was the 39,000 view video on? Donald Trump savages reported over Iran as peace talks appear to be happening. So just another Trump video. Democrats in 56K, 46 Donald Trump. This one got 72. So I don't know if I can spot a pattern or not. But the point is, he seems to be kind of full of shit. Jeremy lying? No! Say it ain't so, chat.
I couldn't figure it out. So first things first, the things that I can control. I asked my viewers, what is going on? Why are you not, what's going on? Why aren't you watching my videos anymore? So to address the loudest feedback, too many ads. You're doing too many ads, Jeremy. I'm sick of the ads. I'm sick of them. You're doing them too much. I've heard, and I will correct. I will now limit all ad reads to a 1 per day maximum. In order to complete this, I have canceled sponsorships that were paying me money now that, in order to not have to do more than 1 per day.
I do not believe him. I do not believe what he is saying. at best, what I think he's going to try and get at, if he's going to play little tricky word games, is that he has not signed up or renewed any new sponsors. Yeah, this was a planned video like a week or two ahead of time, maybe even longer. And so he knew this was going to happen. And so he decided, hey, I'm going to make this claim. Philly, we will get you the coffee thing. Don't worry, we will talk about his coffee. I promise you that. I promise you that. So, back to the video.
And that also includes promoting Quartercast, my live stream channel, and my Trump cookbooks. If I'm doing a Trump cookbook, that counts as an ad. 1 per day max, period.
And we'll talk about the cookbook
so
as well.
hopefully the people that haven't been watching, that were annoyed by all the ads, you'll come back.
No.
Secondly, in my panic of trying to figure out why videos that would normally get 50, 60, 70,000 views, why in the hell this was happening, I was deleting them. Because I thought, well, this is a video that's
I gotta rewind that one more time.
happening. I was deleting them. 1,000 views, figure out why videos that would normally get 50, 60, 70,000 views, why in the hell this was happening. I was deleting them.
Okay, that would explain. Okay, I made a mistake. I jumped the gun a little bit. I will eat that crow. That's why we're not seeing the videos. My apologies. That was my mistake entirely. Because he was deleting them. Which in itself is a stupid move. But that's not the point. The point is I got a little bit too ahead of myself. And I would like to give a thank. Why is it not coming up on my thing so I can receive the gift, receive the gift, receive the gift? There we go. Elf Pirate Eva, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. I highly, highly appreciate, because unlike some people, I don't bring in millions of dollars a year. And again, I'm a businessman, unlike some people on screen right now. So we're going to talk about the business aspect of what he does. And that's when I'm going to get pissed. And that's when we're going to get really angry T-Man. And you're going to see exactly why I hate this man. I mean, I fucking hate him. And you will... We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Because I thought, well, this is a video that's performing very poorly, and it's bad for my channel. To have a video that has, like, a click-through rate of, my average click-through rate might be 10, 12%. Any video that gets worse than that gets sent out to less people. That's just how YouTube works. So if a video is getting, for whatever reason, a click-through rate, meaning that that's the number of times people click versus the number of times the video is shown to them, the higher the click-through rate, the more YouTube will show it to people. That's why clickbait's a thing. The lower, the less.
I gotta speed
there's a
this up.
finite amount of real estate.
I gotta speed this up.
So
Holy
I
shit.
thought, well, this video has a low click-through rate. I better delete it. Turns out that was very bad. And I know other YouTubers that do this, so you should stop.
Here's what I don't get. So, when you delete videos with views, that ends up removing all the views that I got. And YouTube thinks that something wacky has happened, and so it punishes your channel. I knew this. Pretty much any other YouTuber knows this. How did Mr. Jeremy not know this? That is a little bit, on the thinking side. Yes, isn't deleting videos just plain outright kill you out of the algorithm? You think that a man who's been on YouTube for well over 10 years with all his other channels would have known that. Also, oh man, thank you for becoming a member. Again, highly, highly appreciated. I am not a rich T-man, and so every little bit really does help. And no one is given $5? We've been streaming for almost 35 minutes. Nobody has $5, chat. I'm sitting here, laying back, drinking tea. Do you know how hard this is? Do you know how difficult this is? Oh, my heart breaks for Ricada. Now I know what he goes through. Alright. Is it worse to unlist? Delete. Deleting is considerably worse. Oh, there we go. Thank you for $10. Kirozu de Soya. Anybody that knows how to entertain doesn't need to make a video about failing. This is a cope video e-bigging his audience. Yes, it is. And again, highly appreciate those $10 that came just at the right time. Perfect timing. Cerebral Parasite gifted 10 memberships. Oh, thank you. I'm going to get emotional at some point, I swear to God. Because we all know I had my big, giant success last month, and that was fantastic. But, there's still a long ways to go before I get nice and comfy. Let's get back to the video.
Talk to my YouTube rep, which is an actual person in America, not some, random H1B in India. And he said, that's very bad. Stop doing that. Well, would have been nice to know 2 weeks ago when I started doing it, but now I know. So obviously, if I put out a stinker, it's going to stay. All right. The other big good piece of feedback is that, Jeremy, you're not providing enough in-depth, enough additional value in your videos.
This goes back to what I was saying a little bit earlier. All they do is they take an article, or nowadays they take a tweet, they read the article or tweet, and they say exactly what you expect them to say. Let me ask you guys, and I'm going to throw out names from videos or from channels that I have not seen in a long time. So if I am wrong, feel free to let me know. I might actually be wrong. Geeks and Gamers, Yellow Flash, That Umbrella Guy, Hypnotic. All of these people, when they make their videos, do they actually give you some form of insight that you felt you would not be able to get from somebody else? Did they say anything that made you think? Did they say anything that made you reflect? Maybe change some things around in your mind, see things in new perspective. Have they done anything of the sort? And if so, when? Or has it all been, hey, this thing sucks. Let's gather around, talk about how this thing sucks. Tug does, typically. I kind of expected Tug. That's just the name that popped into my head. Tug was the one who I thought maybe I'm wrong on. But I'm willing to accept Tug for sure. Now, let's get you off here. Why is my chat thing so slow? I want to pop people up. Forget, I gotta lean in. That Umbrella Guy isn't horrible, but given a lot of them love to comment on law, when I'm a lawyer, it's kind of saying the obvious. I think Yellow Flash is the one I saw semi-recent. Yes, gave additional thought to it. Tug is a good human. I think I would agree with that. Because isn't Tug the one that actually has a good job outside of YouTube? Isn't he like a psychologist or something? I can't remember. It's been a while. So on that front, I give him credit. If that was him. Tug is in mental health? Okay. So yeah. Good. Back to the video.
And you know what? Fair point. I think the market has shifted and it's no longer okay just to have to, just to read an article and give my, whoa, that's crazy. I need to be better.
Why did you think that was acceptable to begin with? That is a question I have not seen asked of these people. Why did you think that that type of content was acceptable to begin with? With all the money you were raking in, that was the level of quality you were giving other people for millions of dollars. Millions. And that was the best you could constantly do.
And to avoid having my wife sell her feet pictures, I have hired a researcher full-time. Her job is to help me formulate these videos to add more information to them.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the moment where I just went, you gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Let's see if I can pop it up real quick. Not you, not you, not you, you, and then you. Share this tab real quick. What I said yesterday. What? Jeremy, you waste of space. I originally was going to say something much meaner, but I didn't want to get removed from Twitter again. You can't hire a writer for your react videos, because that is essentially what it is. He is reacting. It's react videos, nothing more, nothing less. Actually, possibly even less, because I have watched some of his things recently, namely to do with the Kirche drama, and just listening to him get things wrong was infuriating. Do at least bare minimum research. God, It'll be a good time for me to do a little bit of a, not chilling per se, but you'll see in a sec. So you can't hire a researcher, aka a writer, to just give you bullet points, then you read off the bullet points. You won't even know if the bullet points are real. You won't know if the person's lying to you or not. This isn't a research paper that you're doing. This isn't a dissertation. What this is you trying to vomit out as many videos as possible. Just look at this thing. New videos. 12, 2, 3, 5, 6. 12, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, that's 5 videos. Plus the live stream stuff. Do you think with that many videos that he has time to be able to actually research any of the stuff he talks about? Do you think he would be able to get a good grasp on the topics he tries to inform people on? Think about that. Which, because of that, give me a second. I want to show you guys something real quick. To give you an idea of the T-Man stuff. Here are just some of the books that I have to do with my crafts. That's why I don't have the blurred background image stuff. So we got a book on herbalism, 20,000 Secrets of Tea, the Book of Tea, Healing Teas, Homegrown Tea, the Soul and Spirit of Tea. Wait, I'm not done yet. Ugh. The Tea Dictionary, the Geeling, the one that's in the middle. I'm just gonna get out of here. The Flavor Thesaurus, which teaches you about flavors, combining flavors, all the little fun stuff that goes within the flavors and things you can do with it. I've gotten some interesting combinations which I never really thought about. I think this was the book that gave me the combination of strawberries and mushrooms. No, I'm not done yet. I am not done yet, chat. The New Tea Companion, more books on tea. Ugh. The Herbal Apothecary. Have you noticed I'm calling myself an apothecary nowadays with the Dragon's Apothecary? Huh? Tea, histories, terriers, varieties. Yeah. The Flavor Bible. Again, more ideas of what I can do with flavors and combinations. That's the reason also these books are kind of beat up. Tea Sommelier. Which, let me see, does it have... This was the book, right? That had the... Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Positive it was you. That's the Green Tea of China. Yeah, that's nice, but that's not what I'm looking for. So it was not you, really? Well, still, the point is... another book on this. Another book on herbs. Bam. The Flavored Matrix. Another book. Actually, was this the book that had the... Yeah, well, you'll find... it's got things with actual names and whatnot on this. And it does various combinations, and it helps me with my studies of what I am... Get back here. Here's an example of the stuff it does with artichoke. I don't have any artichoke teas, but there's a lot of little things which I used to study a lot, and I mean a lot back in the day. And that's all the books that I have on hand. This does not count the books I got from the library, because a lot of the books which I've read are fucking like $100, $200, $300 freaking dollars. Ugh. And some of the books for other reasons I just don't want to show you, which I have. And all of this, and I might seem like this incredible, knowledgeable man. Honestly, I'm not saying this as a way to like make myself feel really special. I'm still kind of mid in the stuff that I do. I can see what I could be capable of. I am a ways away from that, but I can definitely hit it. But as I am now, it is not my peak. It is not my full potential, I guess you can say. I have a lot more stuff I can do. A lot more stuff. What's going on here? Was this from before, or is this the new one? Because I'm seeing a lot of Oh no, it was another one. Thank you again, Cerebral Parasite. Highly appreciate it. I want to see if I missed anything in the chat. I'm gonna scroll up. He has $1. He seems to do well by 2. Tug was from Comicsgate. I've gotten tired of clickbait stuff though from YouTubers. Yeah, that's why I remember he's into psych stuff. Yeah. So not Jeremy. Oh, curse me. Tug is doing good stuff, which I'm happy. T-Man going out for the Rants hoodie. I don't have a Rants hoodie. That bet. What? That bet Welshing bum still owes me 90k for the bet he lost to me years ago. Is the researcher's name ChatGPT? To be fair, listen. I tried listening to one of his live streams today, the one he did today. Oh my god. I still struggle with the live stream stuff because this is not my forte. I am not very good at speaking off the cuff. It's something which I used to be good at. I need to practice to get better at it. But the reason why scripted videos is my main thing. And one of the reasons I don't do a live stream every week is because unless I have something to say with quality behind it, I don't want to waste your time. Which these people don't seem to want to do anymore. Care about such a thing. Good back videos are fun. He is not fun. Automation. Does he think admitting to any of this would make him look better? To some people, maybe. He is on par with an AI slop TTS channel. No joke. I fully agree. 9 books. It was more than 9 books, I think. I didn't count. Yeah, strawberries and mushrooms. That's a combination. Let me get the background music. We'll get back to the video soon, I promise. Just let me finish going through all of these. Camera shifts to left when you slam a book down. Apologies for that. Gift, varieties, gifts. More gifts. Thank you again for the gifts. Highly appreciate it. So much tea. Damn, that's a lot of knowledge. 15 books now. Education, that's cool. Oh! Colorado School of Homeopathic Medicine. That is interesting. I will want to hear about that. I did not go to any school. Well, I went to high school, but that's the story of, we'll save it for another time. Scrolling down. I managed to yap for 6 to 8 hours multiple times a week, but I cannot write a script to save my life, so you're the opposite of me. Scripts can work for some, not all. Scripts require an extra layer of authenticity to not sound robotic. Yes. And so I got 2 videos. Right now I'm trying to finish my Musashi video. But then there's another video I'm working on, which the script is basically done, which is about normies. I call it a treatise on normies. Because a lot of people rightfully hate normies, but they don't have a good grasp on what normies actually are. And so I want to write a treatise so people can fully understand what a normie is, the damage they do, and to help people not confusing normies with normal people. There is a difference between normies and normal people. And it must give some really bitter medicine and explain how, unfortunately, we are in a position where the normal people are required to make a business succeed. And normies exist within normal people. Not subscribe. How dare you? Okay, but let's get back to the video. That's not the video. Here the video. Share this tab. Is it? Nope. There we go. Let's get back to this. Go back about a few seconds.
Me formulate these videos to add more information to them. To teach something rather than to read an article and react. Now, there's going to be some videos or articles or stories that reading and reacting is totally normal and totally warranted. However, when I'm talking about topics like Iran, Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, even gaming, right? There's definitely room to be better than just an article reader. So to remedy this, I have hired a full-time researcher. She will work with me every day to help provide extra meat in my videos to hopefully make them more interesting and entertaining for you. I need to do better and provide a better product, essentially.
Speed this up again.
There's also the issue of my videos being boring. Now that brings up kind of, I used to have the meme intros. Well, I tested the meme intro.
Just as I was speeding it up, because I was getting so fucking bored at 1.25 speed. Oh my god. Thank you, Jeremy. That was excellent timing.
And people were basically 50-50 on whether or not they cared about them. Well, the meme intros are coming back, but not just that. I have shifted my full-time video editor, Steven, many of you know him. His job will now be to make my videos better. So each day, he will add B-roll to my videos, memes, factoids, on-screen things to make my videos more engaging and interesting. The era of me just reading articles is over, is what I'm saying. And that's...
Why could you not do that beforehand? That does not take that much time when you have that small a video. I want people to remember, a year and a half ago, I went down for about a month, down the content slop rabbit hole. I was kind of getting sick and tired of seeing these people get so much attention with their slop stuff that I kind of just lost it for about a month and began producing slop content, which did do better than my average videos, unfortunately. But I had to stop because I have something called a soul, and I just cannot keep that up. Who's giving me money? Mama Akko, thank you for the $5. I don't know what creator needs to hear this, but never admit your videos are boring. That is some good advice. Alright, continuing.
Based on your feedback. How did it get like this? Well, that's my fault, entirely. I got apathetic. It became more and more about just making sure I find 4 to 5 videos a day that I think will get 100,000 views. It became more about hitting my goals because I had so many employees. And the stress of that meant I was covering some stuff that maybe I wasn't passionate about, or I wasn't that interested in. But I thought, hey, this is what's going on.
So that is, I'm gonna use this to gift for myself. That is my promise to you, chat. If I'm doing a live stream, it's not gonna be a Jeremy live stream. It'll be one full of life, full of passion, either angry passion like this or excited passion because I'm launching a new product or we're talking about some amazing anime or something along those lines. But, like, how have you been okay with who you are? That's the best way I can put it. How have you been okay with who you are up to this point? And to be honest, I still feel like this is a little bit disingenuous. Like, he's been planning to do this type of deal.
And this is the stuff. The stress of having so much staff was creating that.
How
and
much
so I have
staff?
trim fat. I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but I went from a staff of about 10 people to I'm going down to about 3 people.
10 people for his YouTube channel. 10 people. We talked about this in the beginning. So whoever gets 10 people, you win. 10 people to help him run this single channel. Like, come on. I'm actually speechless. Like, I'm trying to think of the right words to get this across. Hiding temporarily will still owes me. Explain why he owes you 90K. And we'll also talk about his 300K in debt because of his failing coffee company. I think he breaks it down in this video, but his thumbnail maker and video editor are 2 separate jobs, 2 separate people. Why would you do that? That's just one person's job. I am running this entire business and my YouTube channel with one person. Granted, I could use 2 because it's a lot of work. But he is not that. Alright, back to the vid.
And the 3 people I'm keeping are going to have to do more work. But they are also the people that when I shared with them that I was experiencing immense stress at what's going on with the channel and what's going on, because I'm very transparent. I share with most of my employees how much money I make even. Like, what boss does that? I share my analytics with them, right? So these individuals came.
I do that with the public all the time. In fact, I'm surprised more people don't. Be transparent with the money you have. The reason I do it is because, for me, it's kind of a brag. It's, with this little money, I'm able to create all of this. It's basically what I do.
Came to me and said, look, I'll work for free. Let's get through this rough patch. I'll take on extra work. And it was a very proud moment for me. Steven, my graphics guy, they're staying. My live stream co-hosts are staying. That's kind of a different deal because I have a deal with Rumble that helps offset the cost for that.
He gets paid by Rumble to do this shit. So aside from all of the memberships, aside from all of the sponsors, aside from all of the coffee sales, aside from all of the ad revenue, Rumble also pays him separately. And he's still struggling. And when we talk about the business stuff, well, I'll dive into it more then.
But I also trimmed staff there. You'll notice I went from 4 or 5 people down to 2, or 3, I mean. And they are now lending a hand. Luke, for example, is helping me find guests. Hannah Claire is helping me find topics. Melanie Mack is helping me find topics, and I'm going to ask them all to help promote the live streams to help that too. The burnout was real. This had never really felt like a job before. Like I said, I was having near daily anxiety. You see me squirming around, doing this, touching myself, like it's a weird tick, like touching my heart, because I feel like, because when you have anxiety, you have like all this adrenaline dump. The weird breathing, it's all anxiety. And so last night, I finally had enough. And in addition to just understanding and taking responsibility for the fact that had I continued down the path I was over the last 3 months, I would have completely killed this channel. I would have completely killed the quartering channel.
Oh, no.
Spewing out videos, being happy with a, odd hit and miss. To be clear, Hannah Claire, Luke, and Melanie Mack are all still employed. That's a different company.
Why?
And being wrong is something that has increased in the past, in the recent history. That's one of the things that my researcher is going to help me, and she's going to correct me when I'm wrong and provide
Recently, chat. Only recently has he been wrong.
Information about things. So overall, the quality of my videos starting Monday, I'm gonna even on today's live stream, I'm gonna play video games this afternoon. I'm gonna relax this weekend, and I'm going to make my videos better. Also, what led to kind of the destruction is spending too much time on X. I was picking too many stories off X. And I think instead of spending so much time on X, I'm going to spend time in my Discord with my viewers. I think getting topics from my actual viewers is far better than from Pakistani bots. So by the way, I'll pin the link to my Discord if you want. It's just a chat room. That's where I'm gonna spend more of my time. So I stay more involved with my viewers and not Pakistani bots on X. I've also been expending a lot of energy growing my stream. And my stream will also be undergoing these same changes. It could be so much better than it is. I'm literally reading from a script that
I've so far watched one of his videos today, and I watched today's live stream. Nothing has changed. And do I need to remind you, chat? Give me a sec. Go here. Scroll down. Share this tab instead. This apology, 11 days ago, he had it in writing what he was going to do, and he did not do it. So far, actually, let me see. Videos, how many videos has he had today? 5 hours, 1 day. So 1, 2, 3, and this one recently, 4. Iran, Carmelo Anthony, McDonald's, and the 150 women injected with mystery fluid. So again, no movies, no video games, still nothing of the sort. I've seen one video so far today from him, and it was the same exact stuff. The live stream, same exact stuff. Nothing has changed. Oop, that's not entirely true. I don't recall a single ad in that one video I watched. I don't recall it. So, maybe that.
wrote out everything, so I had a plan. A lot of people don't even know where to watch my streams. If you're a YouTube viewer, you may have never even heard of Quartercast, which is a separate live stream channel that I have.
Really? No one would have heard of anything. Chat. Look at my mouse. Look at where my... Actually, I don't even know if you can see my mouse when I'm moving it like this, but... It is plastered on your damn screen.
Live Monday through Friday at 2 Eastern and Monday through Thursday at 2 Eastern and Friday at 1 Eastern. But even that.
Then fix this! He hasn't even fixed this yet then. I didn't notice this the first time around.
And, by the way, that you can find that stream. I'm also on, if you prefer to watch Twitch, the quartering on Twitch, you prefer to watch Kick, I'm on Kick. If you want to watch it on X, it's also on X. So wherever you want to watch a live stream, I hope you'll tune in. It's going to get a lot better. I've got my co-hosts who are going to help me get more guests. We've got a big guest Monday, and I think guests will inject some life into the show and inject more quality for you, the viewer. And that change starts Monday as well. Everything
His big guest was someone I've never even heard of before, and I don't remember his name.
will start on Monday. And
No offense to the guy. I don't know if you're a good or a bad person or anything of the sort. I have never heard of you. I don't mean that as an offensive thing, as a nobody myself.
And I appreciate my viewers sticking with me and those who provided feedback, because that's the most important thing. And being able to take it and listen to it also is important. I got lost in the sauce. I became robotic, and you guys tuned out. And what I'm hoping is either you'll continue to tune in or you'll come back and give me another chance, given these changes I've now laid out for my channel. I guess we'll know in a couple of weeks if feedback is worth a ding. I happen to think it is. And so this is my promise to you. More quality, better videos, more entertaining, better live stream. And, and I thank you all for the feedback. 100%. We'll see. Hopefully the channel's not totally dead.
I'm not entirely done yet. Let's scroll through the comments. So again, to summarize. Oh, that's it. A maximum of 1 ad per day and media and more informative videos. I had a researcher. More memes and better editing. More time in the Discord. Clickbait may work for a while, but eventually people will stop clicking. I think you've clickbaited too close to the sun. Now, whenever I see a clickbaity title, which is most of them, I just assume it's hyperbole and skip it. Hyperbole. I don't know why I always say hyperbole. The ads went too long. It needs to be like I'm selling coffee. Done. Got it. Don't need a minute long rant about the coffee. We are an hour in and I have not done any actual shilling of my products. I'm just going to point that out. It's become apparent this channel is about selling coffee, not to be able to build a better news channel, but to ultimately sell more things and make more money. The news is just bait. I'm gonna say one of my things that may or may not be a little bit controversial, but I think, because this is something which I have thought for many, many years, and I think finally the cultural zeitgeist, at least on my side of the aisle of the quote-unquote culture war, is ready to accept this idea, hopefully. If there is somebody who does things specifically for the money, I do not trust that person. Period. Full stop. If money is the main goal, if it is the end as opposed to a means, that's it. I do not trust that person. I do not trust what they have to say. I do not trust what they have to sell. That is not somebody who I want to get any information from. Which unfortunately describes a lot of people. I don't talk as much about the left anymore because I'm done with it. It's tired. It's boring. We all know it. We all have the same thoughts on them. Multi-stream down your urethra? Is that a reference at Jeremy, or is that something to do with me? Because that does not sound comfortable. I'm talking about content creation, mostly. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. Because I'm most talking about people who actually make products. Like me! He literally did the thing, I'm gonna put this on screen, that a lot of newspapers did when the internet started taking over morning news. Bigger, flashier headlines, and larger headspaces. we'll talk about the 300k in debt as well. I'm not live on Kick, or are you talking about Jeremy again? Just checking out the past comments, because I couldn't deliver comments. Are you talking to Jeremy, or are you talking about Ethan Van Shiver? 30% of the screen is just advertising and a thin board with nothing on it. Okay, let's go back to here. Okay, so let me try and get my thoughts so I can properly do this. Because whoever's sending to me like Uncle I was right, I can't just be ranting and raving. You know, it does make me angry. So the business side of it. Jeremy's coffee company. And he is the only coffee company which I'll be talking about in this way. There's nobody else who does coffee who I will be saying these things to. Jeremy is a liar, as we saw in the intro video. He initially made the claim, I do roast my own beans. But I don't think he had any idea what that meant. And so he didn't know that roasting your own beans is a kind of a process that you can't really BS around. He outsourced his non-political coffee to a coffee company that was, as the kids would say, woke. And we're talking about, like, supporting trans kids level of woke. So if you were trying to give Jeremy your money for the sake of not giving it to people who hate you, I'm sorry to say, but you still gave your money to people who hate you. He tried to lie about it. Unfortunately, since his business was an LLC, people could have just looked up his information, and they did. He also posted pictures of his work staff, and people cross-references. Oh, look, it's the pictures from this company, which we have the address of them and the address you gave us. So he tried to lie in the beginning, just straight up lie. And I think he's still lying because he's making the claim that it's not white label. He's doing like all the stuff with his own people and whatnot, but I don't think that is true. Just reading chat. Sorry about the dead silence. Again, I'm not a live streamer, so I need to be better at eliminating the deadly silence. At least you got some nice little piano music in the background. Some Yakuza music. It's the fact that with all of his sources of income, he's got the ads on his YouTube videos. $1 million probably from those just by itself. He has got the ad placements within the videos. Not even the coffee, the ones that people pay him for. And for a channel his size, they pay a good penny. So he gets a lot of money, at least 6 if not 7 figures from that. Rumble pays him just to stream. He gets paid from that. And finally, his coffee company. His coffee company, it's one of those things where, again, he's lying in some way or another. In fact, actually, oh yeah, I do have another video. One sec. I'm gonna share this tab instead. We're not gonna watch this whole thing. I just want to watch the beginning of it, because he's gonna say something. That's enough of the piano.
What's wrong, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering. I wasn't sure I was going to go public about this, but it appears I have to now. Many of you know that I've got a lot of irons in the fire. You've heard me say, "Hey, I've got my Mega Mixology cookbook to help fund the new studio." Obviously, it's a meme, but you all know I have my coffee company. Well, the coffee company.
Let me ask this real quick, chat. How many people think, like, how did he make his MAGA cookbook? Do you think he's been an avid cook for many years, and so he just whipped out his family's secret recipes and wrote them down, added a manga twist to it? Do you think he's done anything of the sort? Or do you think he just maybe went to ChatGPT, printed some stuff out, maybe just copy pasted from another cookbook? I don't know. I've never looked into it. But I'm willing to bet a lot that that's not his cookbook, quote unquote. That he just put the right type of branding on it. Anyway.
Has also been expanding to take on Amazon to try and compete more with bigger names and to hopefully by the end of the year be on the grocery shelves. And for the past 3 years, I've tried to.
How are you going to take on Amazon while using Amazon warehouses?
Coffee brand coffee on remaining completely apolitical, and that's literally why I called it that. Some people think the name is goofy, I get that, but it would have been easier for me to sell liberal tiers coffee or something like that, but I want my coffee to be on coffee shelves one day. There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does.
Unless he has changed the description of his product since when it first launched, I remember reading the description of his coffee brand coffee, and it was almost like a satire. Oh, this is non-political coffee. Yep, no politics here. Don't mention politics. No politics, politics, politics. No politics, politics, politics. No politics, politics, politics. Politics, no politics. It was annoying, to say the least. Where it was quite obvious he was doing the political angle of saying no politics. It was very clear, like he knew what he was doing enough so that you could pick up on it. Especially since only one side ever does a no politics thing, while the other side likes to do everything as politics. So we know who he's speaking to, but he keeps trying to play dumb with the coffee brand.
I don't drop ship my coffee. We roast our own special blends. We
Bullshit.
hand flavor our beans.
Bullshit.
We pack our orders. We ship our orders. We handle our customer service. We are not.
What I think he's doing is he's playing word games again, because he has to pay the employees at these other companies. So he's saying we as if they're part of his company, his brand. When I don't think that's the case. I could be wrong. I don't think I am.
Not a dropship outlet. We're a real coffee company. And I made that investment with the plan of having something that could grow. Well, we've never been at our most vulnerable, but right now we're stocking up for Mother's Day, which is an important time of year for us because we do so well for Mother's Day gift boxes. And we're trying to compete on Amazon. And I'm trying to build a new office. All of these things have stretched basically me to the absolute max. It was fine. You probably saw I was selling my Neo Geo collection. I'm selling my Nintendo collection. I'm selling all this stuff to help fund this stuff. And it's because I believe in the things that I'm doing. But now we hit a roadblock that I need to try and reach out and give you an understanding of why I could use some help. I can't confirm this for sure, but right now with Coffee Brand Coffee, we are basically completely vertically integrated. We roast our stuff, we pack our stuff, we print our own bags, things like that. The only thing that we were reliant on anyone else for was some of the boxes for our K-Cups and some of the procedures around that. It's our coffee, but we had someone else helping, put these boxes together so we could do all that. Well, apparently that person, I don't know this for sure, but I suspect it, saw my YouTube channel and didn't like my politics. And while we have a 20,000 K-Cup order, basically decided to tell us, to pound sand or...
20,000 K-Cup ordered. 20,000. That is a lot of K-Cups. Let's, give me one moment, chat. Give me one quick moment. Just doing a little bit of a research. Go here, go here. Okay, so they're all pretty much the same price. Okay. Go click on you. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up on screen for you guys. So here's K-Cups. 72 pack, $89. A 12 pack is $18, but we're gonna go with the cheaper one, the best value. 72 pack, $89. So let's see if I can do some math. Alright, so 72 divided by 89. That's about 81, we'll go with 81 cents a K-Cup. Okay, Okay. 20,000 divided by 0.81. $24,691 and change. So, according to him, just from this one thing, and again, he's got a lot of stuff on his website, so I should have probably been showing you my math. Sorry about that. So that's, again, 24,500. We'll go 24,500. From just that one item. And again, he's got regular coffee, K-Cups, cocoa, tea, cold brew, premium snacks, gear, gift boxes, gift cards. I did the math correctly, right? Yeah, 72 divided by $89. Or should have been the other way around. Should have been at the $89 divided by 72 packs. Was that the right way to do it? Because if so, that's going to give us a different number. Actually, yeah, I think that's right. It's 1.23 times 72. Okay, I did it wrong. I did the math wrong. I was being a little bit too favorable. My bad, chat. Yeah, I'm a successful businessman. Okay. So it's actually... here, show this tab. $89 divided by 72 cups. It's the price divided by quantity. Okay, never mind. No, yeah. The price divided by quantity. So that's what I'm doing now. 1.23. We'll say 1.24. Alright, so 1.24 times 20,000. And add the dollar sign. Still, $24,800 from that one item. $24,000. That's a lot. That is a lot, chat. In my biggest month ever, with everything coming together, was less than $18,000. It was, if you want to add YouTube to it, it was a little over 17,500. If you don't, 17,300 something or other. And that was with everything. And so this man is making, like, if we were to believe him, because he makes these boasts all the time. Like, there was a point in which, like, once a week, he'd be like, hey, we just sold 10,000 packets of coffee here. Hey, we just sold a couple of thousand of this here. So if we were to listen to the way he speaks, he'd be making at least 100,000 a year on coffee brand coffee alone. Not counting everything else. Not counting everything else. Yeah, almost 25k one product line, if he's telling the truth, is solid. But somehow, he ended up being $300,000 in debt. Which is absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. With my meager savings compared to him, I'm nowhere near as bad as his situation. And this is my only source of revenue. So if you guys want to give more gift memberships, or maybe buy some tea, or just give super chats, that'd be highly appreciated. Maybe. I can't do the lowly voice very well, but just imagine me as a lowly. They seem to make a lot of money, as I found out yesterday. Thanks, Kirsho. Yeah, the branding of his coffee is awful. Yours by comparison is top tier, even if coffee's not your main thing. Damn straight. Did he spend it all on hookers and blow? Quite possibly, because honestly, something about his revenue stream does not add up. Something about it just does not add up. The way he speaks of the store, like he talks about making like 10,000 sales, not $10,000, 10,000 product sales in a day at times. Which, I mean, if I did that, I'm kind of set. Like, I would be set if something like that happened with me. Obviously not for eternity, but it's just one of those things where, how are you this bad at this? It seems like everything you try and do that requires any form of effort, you end up failing at. You failed with your gaming website. I can't even remember what it was called. You failed at your news website, The Publica. You used to try and do live streams on Twitch if you're playing video games, but after a couple of days of nobody showing up, you cancel that. There's also stuff in the past that he did which he failed at, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. Again, because I had actual work to do today, I couldn't spend all day focusing on doing this live stream. Jeremy reminds me of my brother, made 6 figures, blew it all in stupid shit, died penniless. Oh, that's other things I want to show you. What is Jeremy spending his money on, you might ask? Go ahead and share this tab. June 13th, so this is, what was it, 10 days ago? Yeah, 10 days ago. He bought himself an aquarium. What do I put in it? Jellyfish? How much does this aquarium cost? $3,600. The man who is $300,000 in debt, allegedly, spent $3,600 fucking dollars on an aquarium. And that's not even the only aquarium that he has. And the reason this riles me up is, as a man who has actually put everything he has in his business, who has actually made sacrifices, who's doing what he can to get by, when I get in debt, I don't buy fucking aquariums. This is like 7 feet tall. How much do you think this shit costs? So you're going around going, I'm $300,000 in debt. Somebody please help me. I gotta fire people. I gotta do all this stuff to try and survive. What do I put in it? Jellyfish? Chat? Maybe buy my wife another plane? If you guys didn't know. He has bought his wife multiple single flying planes. He has bought multiple RC cars for himself. All of this video game arcade stuff. How are you spending all of this money and all of this shit while being $300,000 in debt? While begging other people to pull you out? At the end of April, when I got on my fucking hands and knees and begged everyone around me to help me out, I was desperate. I mean, I was in a terrible place. Was I spending money on all of this unnecessary shit? No! I was trying to find a way to survive for a month! To find a way to raise $5,300 to fix my car, to pay my rent, all of this other shit! And so this fat motherfucker is telling his people, oh, please help me, I'm suffering, I'm dying. I know all I do is give you slop after slop after slop after slop, but you know what? It's not enough. You gotta give me even more money. You know what? Fuck Jeremy and fuck any single person who is still a fan of him. I'll just say it outright. If you are still a fan of Jeremy from the Cold Ring, fuck you. You are the normie. You are the mindless NPC piece of shit who probably deserves to lose all that he has. If you're still gonna give him your money. Worthless motherfuckers. DSP syndrome, yes. And you know he's ordering up multiple times a week. As a man who, not too long ago... 1 second, I'm gonna do a visual demonstration of this. 1 second. pull this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Alright. Got some peanut butter. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this used to be? This used to be my fucking dinner. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago on Twitter. When I had my biggest weight loss from 330 something down to 270, it wasn't because I was willingly going on a diet. It wasn't because I was hitting the gym every single day. It was because I had no fucking money to eat! And so yeah, when I see this fat fuck talking about how he's not getting ahead, it pisses me the fuck off! Like, God, I just want to punch that son of a bitch in his face. Just fuck you for doing this shit. You know what you were doing. You can't produce anything of quality. All you can do is give people meaningless slop. So just go fuck yourself, Jeremy. You worthless piece of shit. I fucking hate you. And I mean it like in its like deepest sense. Like if you ever put... That'll get me kicked off of YouTube. I'm not gonna say what I was going to say. Just, I hope bad things happen to you. I'll leave it at that. I hope bad things happen to you. Because I am just sick of your existence. Uncle Iroh failed. Uncle Iroh failed miserably. Oh my god. It just kind of came out. Slightly embarrassed, I'm not gonna lie. That was supposed to be the old me of yesteryear. And I'm trying to take a much more calmer approach to these things, and I kind of failed. I had to turn my volume down a bit. I am sorry for that. It's been a rough couple of years, let's just say that. It's been a really rough couple of years. Like, I have had my ass kicked plenty of times, metaphorically speaking, by life. And so, when I see people like that, who get completely undeserved attention and undeserved success, and they blow it in the way that they do, and they still pull the shit that they do, it is just unacceptable. And so, this is gonna be bad. If you wish to support the Dragon's Treasure, if you wish to support what we do, and we being me, head on over to the website. Now check out what we have for sale. Oh yeah, for those who follow on Twitter and who have seen the post I have made about switching over to no longer using AI and real world stuff, while at the same time seeing my post about the new products which I wish to do, that's a bit of a conundrum I have, because if I start to invest in the new products, I'm not going to be able to invest in the art. So that is actually a thing I'm going to need to think about the next couple of days and decide how I'm going to go forward the next couple of months. With the main two goals. Goal number 1 is eliminating all of my debts, and goal number 2 is saving up for the home. and think about how I'm gonna do that with all the things that's going on. Getting a peach cobbler tea on Friday. Make sure if you get the peach cobbler tea to actually give me feedback. Because the reason it's in beta is because I don't know if it is to the standard that it should be. It's not even a question of whether or not it's a good tea, because it is a good tea just by itself. It's a question of, is it a peach cobbler tea? Does it make you think of peach cobbler? And if it doesn't, I'm going to have to name it something else. And I don't know, maybe even just give up on the peach cobbler thing, because I've been trying and I just... Yeah. It might just take a few tweaks. So just give me some feedback. Maybe it needs a little bit more spice to it. Maybe a little bit more of a peach taste. Just let me know so I can, yeah. Just let me know if I can improve it in any way. Other ways you can support with this. Only teas, which is a Tea of the Month Club. You can choose... wait a minute, that's not... Oh, there we go. Delivery every month, 2 weeks every week. They have a tea delivered to your door. And also, the Dragon's Wings membership, which is basically our Patreon. You can do 3 levels, monthly or yearly. You save on 2 months if you do yearly. You get bonus discounts. I know a lot of people like to use other people's codes nowadays, and so that is a bit of a problem, which makes these codes a little bit less important. In the future, when I get my home, and when I get enough funding to be able to buy in bigger bulk quantities, I'm going to let you combine these coupon codes with other people's affiliate codes. But that's like at least 2 years away, so don't get too excited about that. But the more support you give, the quicker we get to those points. Access to out-of-rotation and holiday teas, which again, we have members-only teas. I should actually rename this, because it's no longer out of rotation, because I don't do rotations anymore. At least not like I used to. And you also get 5 free tickets every month to use on monthly giveaways. Which this month, our monthly giveaway is you will get yourself a free copy of Neo 3 for Steam when it becomes available for purchase. And so that is this month's monthly giveaway. Which so far, actually, only a few people have entered, so you have a good chance of winning this one. Yeah, those are the best ways to support, because... So one of the things I'm trying to do is find various ways to basically trick lenders, into letting me afford or buy a home in 10 months down the line. And if I can use the subscriptions to give myself a base minimum monthly income, showing hey, even if nobody buys tea, I mean, I'm still getting $4,000 a month, which I'm not anywhere close to that. I'm half that at most. Just from subscriptions, I mean, that alone should make you, want to give me that loan so I can get that mortgage. What do you think, lender guys? So that's the real goal of that. Regular income for the win, yes. Because as of now, it's not sustainable. The subscription only. I want to get it to the point where even if nobody buys tea, I would be able to... Real quick, let me see something. Whoever bought some soap not too long ago, thank you very much. Any more? And also whoever bought the Elite Sample Pack. Again, thank you very much for that purchase. Let me see. If I go to my subscriptions, I'm not going to show this on screen because it's, behind the scenes stuff. The last 30 days... Can you be more specific? Last 30 days, only $1,000 in subscription revenue. Can I get more info on that? Is it exactly 1,000? No. $1,413.12. So $1,400 in the last 30 days. That varies because there are some people who buy yearly Dragon's Wings memberships. And so some months that skews it. In fact... Not this month. But you get the point. Shadow Ryu, thank you for... Did you re-sign, or was it just the extra month thing, whatever you call it? And I'm noticing how many people are leaving the second I did the shilling. I understand. We're gonna wrap this up, don't worry. We're gonna wrap this up. That Shoutfest kind of took its... took some of my energy. Thank you for celebrating 4 months of membership. Highly appreciated. We'll get there sooner or later. I prefer it to be sooner. Because if there's one thing, let me go ahead and just... Let me just be that guy, Chad. Let me talk myself up a little bit. I talk about all of the struggles and the sufferings and all of the other stuff that I have been going through with the shop. 2 months from now, or I guess 6 weeks from now, 10th year anniversary, August 1st. 10 whole years. I want to be able to say, going into it, that that I am finally past the point of all of these sacrifices that I have needed to do. I want to be able to say that it's all done. Now is the time for growth, prosperity, and to reap the rewards of what has come before. You've seen my weights. I've become a fat fuck. And my body is a mess. My mind, it's becoming less hazy as I'm taking more time to rest and relax. But, you know, my mind has been like in a constant haze. Because I've been working just non-stop until I break down that I'm forced to take a break. I want to be able to just breathe and relax and enjoy things again. But as of now, I'm in a better position, so let's not get it twisted. No, but I still have about $2,500 worth of restocking before I hit that nice, comfortable zone that I'm trying to hit. Where I have pretty much everything I need on hand. Another reason I want to get a home is I want to give Appa, my cat, more space to run around, more freedom. And I want to get him a friend. You know, Musashi, as you guys know, died in January of this year. Only 9 years old. Very sudden, depressing thing. He died right next to me, right here. It was a terrible thing to witness. And, you know, Appa, he was attached to Musashi. They were very close. And so I want to get him a friend. Another friend. And I just want to get out of this apartment. This place is way too small for me to live anymore. So that is one of the reasons why I do stuff like this. Working on the Musashi video. This Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to really focus in on that because last week was it was less hectic than the previous months of sales. So I'm able to get some breathing room and finish on time on Wednesday for sure. Unless something breaks. Which hopefully it won't. I don't know, is there anything else which I need to say? Like the stream, comment, subscribe, come by the Discord. This Discord is becoming more and more lively, which makes me really happy. Unlike Jeremy, even while I was doing like the 70-80 hour work weeks last month, I was still in the Discord, still talking to people, still saying hi, still answering questions. So I don't know what the Cold Ring is doing with his time, but yeah. And so with all that, I can see that other people are starting to go, and I understand, because, you know, we're kind of done with Jeremy, and I blew a gasket, so I'm a little bit exhausted. So I think we can wrap it up here. If anybody wants to give some last-minute super chats, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll give you guys some time for that. But yeah, I need to do a little bit more shilling, actually. I need to pump myself up a little bit. I forgot to do that, somehow. With how little I have and how little I have had to work with, I have still been able to create all of this. I've been able to make all the teas that I have, making the soaps, the coffee. Right now, the coffee is a huge pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie, because my roaster is too small for commercial stuff. And one of the goals for the home is to get one that I can do commercial roasting, save myself hours a month, hours. Still do it fresh to order. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that makes, you know, a 6-month batch all at once. The machine I'm gonna get is way too small to do that anyway. It's gonna only hold, I think it was 5 or 10 pounds at a time. But the point is that, you know, good things can come. Shadow! Okay, since you asked nicely. Oh, finally being nice pays off. Thank you very much for the $20. Again, greatly appreciate it. But again, just imagine if I had time to rest, to develop my ideas, to push things forward, to come up with the new stuff. Like if I choose to work on the new items, like the either a pre-workout or a focus, I think most likely I'm gonna do a focus powder. If I have time to be able to do that, because I got to study. I gotta research the stuff, I gotta put it together, I gotta test it on myself. After I test it on myself, I'm gonna test it on other people who won't sue me. And then, if it passes everybody, and I have a good product, keyword being good product, because as somebody put it a couple of weeks ago, quality is my brand. I mean, you guys know it, let's say, I don't know, video games. You know, you play video games, you want to be the best you can without using any cheats, without using any type of silly gimmicks, no confusing the boss. You just want to beat him hand to hand. That same feeling, other creators appraised of your 2.5k comfort goal. Maybe this is something I just need to get better at, but I don't really want to do the thing where I ask people for money unless I am in a horrible, desperate position. Outside of, you know, basic marketing and general shilling along those lines. You know, I let people know here and there that, you know, I still got a ways to go. You know, rent is coming up and all the other stuff, but it's... The noose is not around my neck like it was a couple of months ago. And I'm able to take a couple of breaths of fresh air and just survive all of this. So it's not as dire. But maybe I've gotten a little bit too used to, you know, near poverty levels. I don't know. Yeah, just, again, imagine what I can do if I can hire some employees, let them deal with all of this other work, and I can just focus on things which I can create. Focus on the things which work for me. Which work, I said that kind of weird. I can focus on things that work for me to make better products. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. Hope things work out for you in the future. Like what Dr. Kelso of Scrubs once said, nothing worth having in this world comes easy. Now get out there and do the work. And I highly appreciate Potentially Criminal. He has helped me out a lot. Brackets, that is a dumpster fire. Oh, I should have said this much earlier, but I'm also thinking of doing more live streams. But more casual live streams, not glorified shitpost streams like this. Call it Tea Time with T-Man. Type of more casual, relaxed stuff. Maybe throw in some philosophy in there, here and there. Because I do have some... I have thoughts. Chat. And I have had... I'm not going to try and count, but... multiple people now in the past 2 months telling me in some point or another, I want you to be making more videos, more live streams, and talk about more things. Which is honestly kind of weird to hear. I'm still not used to it. You know Philly cheesesteak? Because I think that's what your name is going for. Yeah, Philly cheesesteak. He says, maybe a stream on the thought process on the creation of a new tea. Like what goes into it and stuff like that. I've done streams like that before, actually. And I'm kind of worried about doing it now because as I have heard whispers of. There's some people out there who want to copy what I do and take my ideas and make it their own. Not like mold it into their own stuff, but just do what I do, just copy paste. And as much as I talk about how I'm a T-man first and a businessman second, the businessman is not a distant second. You know, there is points which I gotta say, you know, I gotta put the business side first on occasion, and this might be one of them. The other side of that is that I like talking about this process. I like talking about the process of me making the teas, because it's fun. And I just love it when a good idea comes together. Stuff like my potion line. I fucking love my potion line. It's fantastic. Like, you have no idea how many versions of the mana potion I went through until I finally found the good balance of everything. Oh, man. I love my mana potion. And so, yeah. Whew, that pretty much covers all of that. That's IP theft? No, I can't. I can't do IP, intellectual property, on flavors. I've looked into it. Because, I'll be honest, there's some flavors I have which I got the idea from other tea wholesalers. They occasionally send me samples for me to try to see if I want to buy in a, you know, bulk. I'm trying to go, I can make this better. And so I do. Sometimes I fail miserably. The internet likes to hear topics we are clueless about. Yes, and I'm here bitching and complaining that other people are talking about things they have no idea about, like Jeremy, who just used ChatGPT to just create stuff, and they have no idea what they're actually talking about. Well, maybe I should put up or shut up with that. I don't know. Because if I think of myself as so high and mighty with all that, maybe I should actually, I don't know, do it. But we'll see. We'll see how this week goes, how my energy levels are, people's feedback to this. And, yeah. Okay, I gotta get going, guys. Like I said, my energy level is dropping. That was a angry T-man. I'm trying not to be the angry T-man anymore, but sometimes I fail. Even people as great as I fail, believe it or not. Okay, enough of that BS. Thank you all who have joined us. Thank you all who have watched the VOD for the entire, 1 minute, 48... No, 1 hour, 48 minutes, and however many seconds. And I will see you guys later. Again, thank you so much for the love and support. It made me have to stop talking a little bit so I can hold back the emotions. So you guys managed to hit that point. Alright, farewell everybody. Again, thank you.